All right, guys, so I actually just hit a huge new low weigh-in. I thought I was never gonna hit this on this prep, but I just hit 169.6, which is actually 1.4 pounds less than my lowest weigh-in ever of this prep for both shows. So this is crazy. By the way, yes, I shaved my beard just for the NPC show. You know, you don't really see too many NPC or IFBB guys with beards, so I decided to go with the clean shaven look for this show. The beard will be back, don't worry. I'm gonna give you guys a physique update though, so check this out. All right, so here's where we're at right now. Very flat from depleting so hardcore the past few days, which I'll explain here in a little bit, but we are pretty lean today. Not too much left. Chest striations. Yeah, feeling good, feeling good. Can't really tell because the lighting sucks in my bathroom, but arms definitely pretty freaking lean right now, even though they're flat. But we'll fix that up with some carbs. Another beautiful morning here in Arizona. We're actually gonna go hit some cardio right now. I'm pretty excited for this one because it's actually the last time I have to do 30 minutes of cardio today. I'm still splitting it up into 2 sessions just to make it easier, basically, because I'm just so worn out. So I'll do 15 minutes now, nice and early in the morning, and then I'll do 15 minutes probably at the gym. But man, it has been a crazy time. I'm excited to tell you, I guess, what I've been up to the past few days as far as like digging for this show and my depleting phase. And yeah, I really want to just like run down and show you like my entire peak week plan, exactly what I'm doing, talk about literally everything, like training, nutrition, my macros, sodium, carbs, cardio, literally everything. So this should be pretty in-depth. I think you're gonna find it interesting. It's important to note that everyone's peak week plan needs to be a little bit different. So yes, I'm gonna tell you what I'm doing, but that doesn't mean you should. And in fact, what I'm doing is pretty different than what I have all my clients doing. So like the 12 athletes I just coached at the Summer Shredding Classic a couple weeks ago, they did something completely different. And honestly, all their peaks went phenomenal in my opinion. Like no complaints really. So peaking, it is kind of an art. You got to be careful with it. You're not like trying to do anything too wild or crazy, or you're just gonna screw something up. But it is an interesting process, and I am tightening up quite a bit. And you are just kind of like getting that last 5% out of your physique, which is that percent that I think matters a lot towards the end. Looks like Nate beat me to cardio this morning.
Oh, are we vlogging today? Okay.
We're vlogging today. If you don't know already, Nate's officially moving here. I mean, he kind of is officially moved here, but essentially he's moving. So same apartment complex, slightly different building. His building's just right across the way. And here in a few days, his apartment will open up so he can officially get moved in. And then he'll have to still like get his stuff from South Carolina, which I can't imagine driving that far. I mean, I know from experience driving from Nebraska sucked, but yeah, he'll be here really soon, full time, gonna make a lot of cool stuff. If you don't follow his YouTube, you should. He has a pretty interesting YouTube channel if you're into like steroids and stuff. Hopefully, will I get banned for saying steroids? Yeah, okay, I hope I don't get banned for that, but all right, let's knock out this cardio. So yeah, like I said, because Nate can't move into his apartment yet, him and Maddie, his girlfriend Maddie, which is funny because that's my Maddie's name too. They've been staying with us, and it's kind of funny because it's just 4 bodybuilders that are all living together right now. We got food scales everywhere. We take turns cooking our food. We got posing in the morning. It's a crazy house. It's a fun experience though. We actually got to help Maddie with her posing right now. So let's see how she's doing. All right, Madeline, let's see it. First time through. Daisy's watching too. All right.
Technically, I'm gonna start here.
Okay. Oh wow, yeah, you look shredded. It's always a good thing when 4 days out you look shredded.
Just woke up.
Yeah. Yeah, your oblique line's like really solid right now. Sheesh. No comments. Let me zoom out a little bit here. Nice, nice. I'm like zooming in at weird times. Yeah. Put that arm a little higher. Yeah, you look fire right now, babe. How's prep going? Everyone? Loving it? Every moment of it?
A nap would be nice.
A nap. Things we say on our way to the gym. A nap would be nice.
I'm over it.
Don't get me wrong, I'm very excited. Look at the cap. For show day, very excited. It's gonna be a good time. I'm grateful we're doing it. I don't regret doing it, but I think we're all ready for it to be over and be normal. All right, it should be a pretty chill gym session today. I'm gonna talk exactly what I'm doing for my training program right now on peak week, but it's pretty easy all week. Like, there's no need for me to be stressing myself or like, you know, setting any crazy PRs. That's why I tell my guys, I'm like, don't try to set any PRs. Don't try to do a deadlift PR on peak week, because that's not gonna make you look best on stage. You know, everything is for the stage right now. So right now I'm just mostly just going through the motions, putting blood where it needs to be. You know, I don't want to just fully stop moving, because that'd be stupid, right? I don't want to do anything like crazy different than what I have been doing. But I'm also just I'm not gonna build muscle this week. I'm not gonna, you know, do anything to hurt myself or cause too much like inflammation from pushing it too hard. Like, I don't need that right now. So right now, 4 days out, I'm just trying to clear out any sort of like inflammation, any tiredness, any soreness, any built up fatigue, which makes the body look a little bad from just overall stress. So if we can clear up that physical stress, then we can, you know, start to look a little bit better and tighter, which is totally what we want. So I'm gonna show you guys what my program is today. It is kind of different and weird. And then I'll tell you specifically what I'm gonna be doing a couple days out, because that's when things change up even more. So training on peak week, like I said, you really shouldn't be going too hard on peak week. It literally just makes no sense to do that. So my coach has me doing 70% exertion Monday through Thursday, shows on Saturday. On Friday, the day before the show, only 50 to 60% like exertion. Basically like not going hard at all, more just going through the motions. Now today I'm doing a back and bicep workout. It's about like 6 exercises, so once again, nothing crazy, about 2 to 3 sets per exercise. But then as we get closer, so actually Friday, we basically do like a full upper body circuit, and I'm only gonna go through it 2 or 3 times. And basically, yeah, it's just to like get the glycogen stored properly, get the blood moving, but once again, nothing crazy. So please, I mean, I've literally seen on the internet and YouTube and stuff, guys are like, all right, this is they're like men's physique athletes, and they're like, okay, this is my last leg session of prep, shows in 2 days, I'm gonna go as heavy and hard as possible. I'm just like, why? Like, what's the purpose of that? What's that gonna do? So don't be stupid when it comes to your training on peak week, but that's what I'm doing. And then tomorrow is chest and triceps, Thursday's delt, traps, and abs. And then Friday, like I said, that full upper body circuit leading the show on Saturday. So nice and easy wins the race on this one. I really want to talk to you guys about my diet, because that's when things get, in my opinion, a little bit more interesting on peak week. So back from the gym, we're gonna have our post-gym meal. In this case, it's actually really funny. I'm having plain chicken cooked in oil. So that sounds weird. I'm gonna show you it real quick and then talk about it. Boom. That's it. And basically right now I'm really controlling my fats by essentially only getting fat from olive oil. If you're curious, olive oil is a really healthy source of fat. So even though it's oil, it's healthy. And that's like my only fat source right now. And then my only protein source right now is chicken. And then I do get 1 protein shake a day. But yeah, so post workout meal, I have plain chicken cooked in oil, and then I also measure my salt on top to kind of like measure my sodium and everything. I will actually get 5 rice cakes too, which is the most I've had in like a really long time, over a week. So I'm really excited for that. But I'm gonna go more in depth in my diet for peak week here in a second. What's up, fam?
What's up?
This is our work spot for the day. Got the necessities, my rice cakes, my gallon jug, my book. This one's a good one in case I finish. And yeah, I'm gonna talk to you guys about my peak week diet stuff here in a second, but first I gotta get some work done, got some clients to do. And I just wanna say this real quick. This is literally the biggest month Tua has ever had, and it's just crazy to me because we started this thing like 6 months ago, and the Tua family is expanding and growing so fast. It just excites me like crazy. But I'm gonna go more in detail with that in another video, because we just have a lot of exciting things coming on as we're building the team for the October summer shredding. But yeah, we're gonna stay on focus here. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys with my whole diet plan and everything like that here in a little bit. All right, so what is my nutrition plan this week? So my coach, like I said, we finished up kind of like that really harsh digging phase. The reason we did that is just to get that last push, burn those last calories that we could before we need to start focusing on actually looking good and filling out, things like that. I'm very, very flat right now. I'm also quite shredded in the gym, especially today. I just like, man, I hit that new little weigh-in and I was looking grainy and vascular and just very, very shredded. But on stage, you can't be just shredded. You really got to fill out, otherwise you'll look stringy and overall just not good. Now, you obviously don't want to peak too early because I'm not stepping on stage till Saturday. So I don't want to fill out so much that I look great Thursday and then maybe even start to spill over from over consuming calories or carbs by the end of the week. Carbs are super important for filling out, but if you take it too far, you could spill over. So my plan right now, I'm gonna tell you my macros today. My macros today are 170 protein, 219 carbs, and 54 fat. Still pretty low as far as calories go, but all my calories, but it will go up. So for instance, tomorrow, I go up to 300 carbs. The day after that, I go up to 368 carbs. The day after that, which is Friday, I go up to 416 carbs. All of this might change, by the way, because we're just gonna base things off on how I'm looking that morning. And towards the end, like by Friday, it'll actually be more several check-ins a day. Show day will be several check-ins during that day to know if I should fill up more or less. The last show, I actually ended up adding a lot more carbs than what was previously on the plan. So this time around, we know that we can be a little bit more aggressive with my nutrition plan. We are keeping things very, very consistent though as far as the food goes. This is something that I do a little bit different than with my clients. I do give my clients a specific list of carbs that I deem, good for the purpose of filling out, looking good on stage. Things that aren't FODMAP foods. If you don't know what that is, go Google it. Essentially, if I were to explain that really quickly, something like, I don't know, onions maybe, or a lot of vegetables, sometimes even fruits that cause people to get bloated a little bit. Not saying those foods are bad by any means. I'm just saying that it does give you kind of like an acute response in your stomach that causes you to bloat. Obviously, those are the types of foods we want to stay away from because you don't want to be bloated on stage or have, a bunch of intestinal or like digestion issues leading up into the show. So I do give my clients kind of like really good carb sources that most people generally have a really easy time digesting. And then other than that, I let them stick to a flexible dieting plan. I give them strict macros to follow, of course, but that's about it. My coach wants to really, take control of every single possible variable. So he gives me exactly what to eat leading into the show. We do flexible dieting until about 10 days out, and then it goes to the strict meal plan. So everything on my plan right now is stuff like chicken breasts, sweet potatoes, broccoli. Eventually, I start adding in stuff like rice cakes and jasmine rice. And then I do also have a Gatorade-like substance just for like a very quick absorbing carb that I can take maybe post-workout to increase my glycogen uptake, things like that. But this way, when my coach is looking at my physique, Friday or Saturday morning, and he needs to make adjustments really quickly, he can just tell me, okay, right now you're having 5 rice cakes for this meal, up it to 7 or 8 or 9 or something like that. It gets funny because, last show, there were times where he's like, okay, have like 12 rice cakes right now. And I'm like, all right, but it works. It works. And that's what it's all about. It's not necessarily about like what I get to eat or, anything like that. It's just like, what do I need to do in order to look the best on stage? Last show, I thought I peaked fantastically. And this show, I have a feeling that I'll peak even better because I'm just honestly leaner. I'm more ready for it. And that's a good thing to kind of touch on real quickly without going on a huge big rant. But if you're not shredded, then peaking isn't gonna work. You have to be very lean. And the more lean you are, the more shredded you are, then the better you have at potentially peaking. If you aren't lean enough and you try to fill out, you might end up just looking bad. If you are shredded, then you probably can push the load, generally speaking, a lot more aggressively. So some of my shredded guys, I can have, I can give them 800 grams of carbs the day before the show. They'll show up show day looking insane. Some you know, depending on their bodies, everyone's a little bit different, but sometimes I have to manage that a little bit or give them extra time to really take in those carbs and digest them correctly. But that's a whole rundown on the nutrition side of things. Lastly, I want to say I do not cut sodium at all. If anything, I will increase sodium into the show. I do not cut water at all. If anything, I increase water up into the show. Show day is that day where we try to just maintain the right look. If you wake up show day and you have the look, then we try to maintain it. So I'm not, you know, I drink 2 gallons a day right now. Here's my gallon jug. I drink 2 gallons of water a day, but on show day, I'm not gonna chug water till I hit 2 gallons because that'd be stupid. I don't want an expanded stomach full of water on stage. But yeah, that's the whole rundown with nutrition. Quick little fast forward. It's now the next night. So we're now 3 days out and eating some rice cakes. The office on in the background. What's new? Hey, Bay. Question for you. How much better in a mood would you say I've been in today?
Better of a mood you've been?
Mm-hmm.
Like way better of a mood. And all you had more was like rice.
Yeah, so I mean,
like at least 40% better.
today was my first day. Literally in months, being over 300 grams of carbs, and just like, you know, kind of like the compound effect of the past couple of days being a little bit higher than usual, droppage of cardio, just feeling a lot better. And not that I'm in a bad mood usually, you know what I mean? Like even on prep, it's just that
You just have no emotion.
I just don't have a mood. I'm not in a bad mood. I'm not in a good mood. I don't even have a mood. I don't have the energy to be in a mood. So I'm just whatever. But today I've like been in a really good mood. I'm definitely not at 100%, which is crazy. I'm probably at like 60% or something like that. But it's enough to just feel good.
Do you even remember what it's like to be at 100%?
Vaguely, maybe.
Maybe.
Like what was that, like 5 months ago or something like that? It's crazy. So anyway, tonight we actually have a photo shoot lined up. So I'm gonna kind of show you the behind the scenes, get some sick photos. You'll get some physique updates. And we are 3 days out. We wake up, yeah, wow. We wake up tomorrow, we'll be 2 days out. The next day, we'll be 1 day out.
What do you think about it?
Look at that.
Bar so my veins will come out.
I wish.
Is that allowed? We can pretend it never happened.
Yep, both. Yep. There we go.
Ended up the skin.
I don't know if this will
Optics and mirror are bigger than they appear.
Now we're talking. Those
Yeah, I'll have you take half a step this
thick
way,
veins.
and then like a quarter step towards me. Right here.
Did you always think that Nate was going to be a professional world-class fitness model? No.
No, I'm still trying to get my
Dang.
shoulders right.
Okay, that's a wrap, guys. Man, this is... I'm gonna end the video here. This is the last video to see before show day video. Any last words?
Go get them, tigers.
Yeah. Any last words?
That's what came to my mind first.
And that's how you know it's too late.
Yeah.
It is 10 o'clock. We should be asleep by like 2 hours ago, so.
Are we going to McDonald's? What happens
Break the
after
diet.
11
Shh,
days
don't tell
after
them. Yeah, let's definitely do it for sure.
Oh, you turn off the camera? You're not filming
They'll never know.
anymore?
Anyway, yeah, wake up tomorrow. We're 2 days out, and you're gonna catch us up on that show day video. So we'll see you in the next one.
Wait, let me do it.
Okay, all right.
Peace out.